Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and our non-conforming friends, welcome back to Minhal Wednesday. We have almost our full group here. Looks like we're going to be without Eric tonight, but that's how it is. Say hi to the stream, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Here we are. Recap this week. Let's go. Cook, you weren't here. Nick, you want to give us a recap?
Okay, so after escaping Veritas, the group had to venture further into south into the desert to try to escape it. I don't remember if the meeting with Simon was at the beginning of last session or the end of the session before, but we did get a scroll from Simon that would instantly summon the Bone Devil, should we choose to do that. Although we don't have any of the components for it, I don't think. We traveled a bit until we came across a gnome, I believe it was, standing in the sand with his finger up to his nose, begging for us to be quiet. But I think it was Timber kept asking questions, and eventually a purple worm popped out of the sand. While we were tangling with the purple worm, a few small worms also popped out of the sand, younger ones. We were able to defeat them, but I'm pretty sure Timber took quite a bit of damage during that fight. Afterward, I don't recall if we did a short rest or not, but we did venture further, and we eventually came across some fey creatures, fairies, I believe, maybe some of Timber's kind. But they were asking us to play hide and seek, and we tried to just dip off without playing. And when they started bitching about how it wasn't fair, I don't remember how it started off, but I think maybe Thranduil might have shot one of them with an arrow. If not, he's done that many times to kick off a fight. He's a absolute wild card. But yeah, we ended up having to fight them. But during the fight, Winter was able to seduce over some small dragon pet that she now has riding along on her shoulder and accompanying us. And at the end of our traveling day, when we got tired, Mordella decided to throw down the instant fortress and give that a try for our long rest.
Absolutely. And while you were discussing the dragon, it became apparent to some of you that it could understand everything you were saying. And it cast a charm spell on Eldain, who seemed to be most against his presence. And all of a sudden, Eldain wants nothing more than to protect this dragon for at least the next 8 hours. And we pick up with Brack being back with us. Brack, today seems fuzzy. You don't know what's up with your your memory, but you guys are back around the fire where we left off. And with that, I hand it over to you guys.
Mordella inches closer to Winter and the dragon and attempts to pat the dragon gently on the head. And does it try to bite her as she gets closer and just pats it ever so gently on the head a few times?
No, he allows it.
She looks at Winter. She's like, he's kind of cute, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's such a good judge of character, too. And then she gives a little dragon ear stitches. Don't you agree, Eldain?
Yup, it's the greatest. Except, like, she probably says it with a smile and enthusiasm.
Yes, and being that you guys are in the fortress and pretty much it's impenetrable, I don't believe you'll need to set up watches for the night unless that is something you choose to do.
It's probably not a bad idea to still do it, so Mordella will offer to take first watch. She'll just go up on top of the battlement and chill out.
I gotta get 8 hours, but I'll take a watch if I need to.
Timber is fucked up. Timber's taking a full night's sleep, and then he might even sleep the next day. He is messed up.
That's fair. That's fair. Timber got Timber got waylaid. Yeah, okay, so Mordella is going to take the first watch.
And while she's up on the battlement, she's gonna release those spirits that she bound to her earlier.
All
And
right.
then she's gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on herself. It only lasts an hour, I think, but it's good to have it just in case.
Absolutely. All
Winter
right.
can take second watch.
All right, that's
Ooh,
3
this
watches.
spell actually lasts 10 minutes, but either way, it doesn't last as long as the watch.
Exactly. I can skip over the Margrave's fucking with Randall part. All right, Mordella, you take your spot at the top of the battlements. Go ahead and roll a perception check for.
7. 7.
You find yourself fascinated with the moon tonight. Not really paying attention. You feel pretty safe up here, so the watch is pretty much half-hearted and only really necessary if something starts banging on the walls. But nothing happens, and your watch ends pretty uneventfully.
Before she ends, she's just gonna send a prayer up to Lyra. Just, watch over the group and keep them well protected. And then, yeah, she'll go in and I think it was Winter was gonna take the second watch. And she'll wake Winter up.
Yeah, Winter will take second watch, and she'll take her little baby dragon with and tell her dragon all about the wonders of Simon. Navir, you mean? Yeah, Simon Navir. There's to be another convert.
He listens. But there are some points, like when you're talking about Simon, where he just rolls his eyes.
Oh, you're so snarky. That's good. You'll fit in great here. Ildane's snarky, but then sometimes she's yelly. So it's kind of a mix, but I think you'll fit in well. But you shouldn't be snarky to Vrack, because Vrack heals us, and Vrack is awesome. So you gotta leave Vrack alone. And Mordella. You can mess with Timber all you want, though. I think he likes fairies playing tricks on him.
he kind of chuckles and begins flitting around and starts digging in your packs looking for food.
You'd have some worm meat.
Yeah. There you go. So you feed him. Go ahead and roll perception.
Can I get the help action from my little dragon?
He's eating. He's not paying much attention.
Okay. $24.
In the distance, you hear a tree fall. It's quite a ways away to the south, but you take note of it. Other than that, nothing happens.
I'm gonna turn to my dragon. God, I should really... Yeah, I'm gonna ask the dragon what their name is first.
In Draconic,
Yeah.
the dragon looks up from its food and regards you a bit and narrows its eyes as if it's contemplating. And you've heard Timber mention that names are very powerful to Fae, so he seems a bit wary. to give it to you.
Look, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to, but the name I've got right now for you is Snuffles. So if you want something else, you should probably tell me now.
He just nods
Aww.
and goes
It's
back to
Snuffles it is.
devouring the meat.
Okay, so Snuffles, a tree fell like a ways that way. So if any danger comes, go to Mordella. Mordella will protect you. Or maybe Ildane. So something feels weird about that. So maybe not Ildane. So I'm not sure how long that's gonna last.
Okay, and so your watch ends without incident, and you go to wake up Ildane.
I wake her up by setting the dragon down next to her and then gently like shaking.
Yeah, Ildane is still under the effects of the spell.
Probably a little startled that it's that close to me. So I'll wake up with a start. Just be like, oh, my turn.
Yeah, a tree fell a little ways away. I don't think it's a problem, but just something to watch out. It could be something big moving through the forest.
Which direction?
South.
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 Had a killer dream. I knew it. Okay. So I'm actually going to is the dragon gonna go sleep with you? Or is it up doing?
The dragon turns invisible and disappears.
Oh, Snuffles learned a new trick. That's awesome.
And how am I supposed to protect it if it's invisible?
Don't let people get in the tower. Feels like a pretty good start.
Brack, do you speak Draconic?
No.
Okay, just something I needed to know.
So I'm going
Della
to
does if it
actually-
matters.
Does Timber
I'm
speak
actually
Draconic?
going. Oh,
I'm almost certain.
No, but let me check.
I just want to make sure who all can understand him when he does speak.
Maybe just
Hope I can
Mordell and Winter.
yeah, cute. So I'm going to actually sit down and kind of because I've seen because I think Thranduil's an elf, so I've seen him kind of do his meditation thing, and I know in like off time role play or whatever, I asked him about meditating and stuff, so I'm gonna attempt to do that and send my echo up out the like the top of the tower, and then as an action I can see through my echo's eyes and hear through its ears. I'm deafened and blinded while I'm sitting there, and I can do this for up to 10 minutes, and I can send it out to 1,000 feet away. So I'm gonna kind of go up, see what I see, and then go south and kind of see what either caused the tree, or even if there was a tree that fell down, or like see what that was.
Yeah, so you send it out, and it doesn't get far enough to see the tree that was felled. But go ahead and give me a perception check for yourself.
23.
Yeah, you definitely hear the sounds of some rustling night animals. Distant, there are like it's grunting, but you can't quite make out what's going on.
Would I at least know it to be like the sounds of night animals versus like orcs coming through?
So the grunting doesn't sound orcish, but it does sound like it's multiple creatures. They're quite large, but
Okay. Then I'm just gonna kind of keep it up above and just kind of use the echo to kind of scope out. And it lasts for 10 minutes. So I'll do
okay.
that
So
for a little bit, and
it
then I'll
can
just
fly
kind of
up. Okay,
yeah.
so let me think about
It
that
can
then.
be up to it can be up to 1,000 feet away from me without being destroyed. So if I could send it 1,000 feet up into the air, or well, I guess however tall I am, but up or any direction out.
Yeah, it's dark. Your echo actually with a 23 witnesses another tree be felled
In the same
in the distance. Yeah, in the same direction, but it's further out. There's a canopy in a spot, and then suddenly there's not, and it heard it.
Did like I hear chopping before it? Like, is it being felled by a large ass animal or is it being like chopped down?
So you didn't hear chopping. It's almost like it was
Okay.
shoved over.
Cool. Are the trees coming in this direction? Like, does it get it closer?
No, and it's not like a bunch of trees all at once. It's like a single tree gets
Okay.
pushed down.
So I'm gonna probably bring the echo back down after the 10 minutes. And then just kind of go to where I can see in that direction and just kind of keep an eye out that way until it's time to get up.
Yeah, so everybody go ahead and mark a long rest. Nothing comes closer to the tower in the night. Nothing seems to threaten you guys and your bastion of adamantine.
Okay.
And the sun begins to rise, Hildane.
So I'll start waking everybody up and then just kind of let everybody know, hey, throughout the night, Winter heard a tree felled in the south direction. I also heard another one felled. Sounds like big animals, but not sure. But I didn't hear anything after that.
Okay, well that's south is where we're going, so we just gotta be careful.
Absolutely. So the party wakes up, you guys eat your breakfast, have your small talk. The dragon devours some more worm meat, and you prepare to set off on the road. Mordella, you speak the magic word, and the 1-inch cube of adamantine is sitting there in a now depressed section of Earth.
Okay, and Mordella will go over, just pick it up, toss it into her pocket. Tell the party, let's go.
Heck yeah. You guys last week had made it to the crossroads, and it's time to start heading southwest towards Poke. Who is going to lead the group without our mighty ranger here tonight?
Mordella has survival.
I've got a +4 in survival. I can offer you the help.
Oh, I'd offer you help, but you have a better bonus than I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can take
Frank
lead.
takes the lead.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'd like to imagine that my survival is more the ability to read a map
Well,
as
if
Sure.
you
opposed to like natural layout.
Thranduil actually
Mordella
hands you over
probably
the
would
map.
not know how to do that.
Thranduil at the beginning of the adventure was given a map by Logan, so he hands it over.
Okay. I'll just check back, like looking over my shoulder periodically, make sure we're still headed where we all want to be headed. But if we're if we're just taking the road south, then I'll just take off.
Absolutely, and the road is pretty well worn. It's not paved, but it's quite. It's a big, wide road, 40, 50 feet wide. It's a pretty main thoroughfare, so go ahead and roll survival with advantage.
All right. Let's see. Let's not get us lost. This is the good dice. 21.
21, nice. Yeah, so you guys are making pretty good pace, even without horses. And you get about an hour south, and in the middle of the road, you see a felled tree that looks like it was uprooted and has been affixed with slabs of other wood by rope, such as to block the road off. You guys can roll perception.
$17
23
for
for
Mordella.
Ilde.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Anybody who got
18.
higher than a 17. You guys hear some chuckles coming ahead from behind boulders, and they're very deep, billowing chuckles. We gotta get 'em. Well, do any of you speak giant?
I actually do.
Yeah.
So do I.
You guys hear a giant in giant somebody say, "Such good trap, gonna get 'em." And you can actually see like the back of one of these giants like moving up and down as it chuckles behind one of the rocks.
I'll
Can
just-
I tell
Okay.
from like the dialect what type of giant we're talking about?
Ooh, that's a good question. Just make a straight intelligence check. Actually, history. Let's make it history so you get a modifier.
History. I like that. I'll call that 25.
Yeah, that sounds like, and you've dealt with them before. That sounds like hill giant.
Oh, all right. The rest of the group are like, all right, guys. The hill giants. Not the brightest bulb, right? Not the sharpest knives. I'm being polite. They're idiots. But they are very, very, very strong. So that's what we're up against here. Not very smart, very strong.
One of them
Strong back, weak mind.
peeks up over at the boulder at you guys, and then ducks down when he sees that you guys are looking in his direction.
Okay. Mordella's gonna hop out of
Do
her
we
room
wanna-
and start hovering.
Do we want to try the quote unquote diplomatic approach for once?
I am perfectly happy to give it a shot, but I do know that hill giants consider size to be a sign of how powerful you are. Therefore, I might not be the best person to lead the conversation.
Timber, look at all of us.
But-
None of us are that big compared to a giant. I mean,
But if I were to perhaps enlarge Brack, maybe we could do that.
Brack does already look formidable.
Are we going
Enlarged
with the
Brack would look,
threaten him?
yeah.
threaten them, get them out of here, kind of thing.
Or
I guess
maybe
it
go
depends
a
on what mood they're
camaraderie
in, but
approach.
you know, if yeah, but definitely we'll have a better luck if there's somebody their size talking to them.
I'm willing to go for it.
All right, I cast enlarge on Vrak.
This is, you guys are not in combat. Don't panic, but I do want an initiative roll just in case this breaks down.
Yeah.
So just your size doubles in all dimensions. Your weight is multiplied by 8. There's a couple other things too that I'll bring up if they become relevant.
Yeah, I just wrote down enlarged on my notebook.
19 for winter.
Yeah, now that Thranduil's not here, I get an 18.
9.
Dirty 20.
8.
What was Winter's?
19. 19.
What the hell?
Ignore that, my brain. That did not come out.
I heard what I heard.
We do have to go fast. I can only keep you enlarged for a minute, and I do have to maintain concentration.
Okay. So as soon as I'm enlarged, I'm just gonna scream out, "We can see you guys in giant."
Okay. I am going to give you a random large token just so that we can kind of keep track of Vrak as far as size is concerned. That's what you shout. We can see you guys.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Get him. If that's all you said, then this hill giant avalancher is going to throw some stone bolas, which is 3 stone balls connected by a line of magical force, and throws them at a creature it can see within 60 feet, which is going to be this large Vrak. I need a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
All right. DC 16. I got a dex saving throw 15, actually.
Oh, I totally forgot Eric's concert was tonight. That's where he is. He just texted me.
There is no way he's having as good a time there as he would be here. I'm just throwing it out.
What did you get on the dex save?
15.
So that's a fail.
Yeah.
You are now restrained until the start of the giant's next turn, and the stones erupt in a burst of thunderous energy that deals 4d6 thunder damage to the target and each creature within 10 feet of the target. So
All of you fools, almost.
that is 8. Oh, that needed to be 60 feet, so he would have had to run up. Okay. So 8 damage to Vrak and everybody within 10 feet of Vrak. Which looks like Eldane. Eldane's Echo would be dismissed, and Timber.
You said 8?
Yes.
Tired of getting my ass kicked.
And then I don't think any of you have ever seen this before. The giant starts waving his hands. Timber, even you're a little impressed as he starts to cast a spell. And it's going to cast guidance on the hill giant behind it.
Excuse me.
And Timber, you are up.
Okay. All right. I've got an idea. Let me just verify something real quick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna happen. All right. So, Ember moves to go right. Nope. Okay, we'll go there. Okay, so I can get to right about, I think it was right about there.
Okay.
And then verify. Oh, perfect. I don't know. Can you see my measurement?
No, I can't see
I'm
your
doing?
measurement.
Okay. So from me through the first giant south of me to the second one, measured out as a straight line that goes 100 feet, which is the exact range for lightning bolt.
Hell yeah.
So
That's dex saves, right?
yep, I need dex saves from both these fine gentlemen.
That's an 11 for the first one. And
DC 16.
a 15 for the second. They both fail.
All right, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Big money, no whammies.
All right, they both take 37 lightning damage.
That was indeed big
37.
money.
That is a good roll for
That's a
8, 2
damn
7s,
good
2
roll.
6s.
All right. I think you're still muted, Max.
Oh, sorry, no bonus actions. We're good.
All right, Winter, you are up.
Winter is going to look at these giants and she's going to target the two that Timber just lightning bolted, and she's trying to twist her hands, and within her hands it's almost like this syrupy concoction that kind of just flows very slowly, and then she aims and she throws it, and a 40-foot cube around these giants. Time seems to slow down and they have to make wisdom saving throws.
What's the range on slow?
120 feet.
Nice. Okay. Wisdom saving throws.
DC 16.
Believe it or not, a hill giant has a +4 to a wisdom save. All right, he passes the second one. There's no way he is. He had no 6. All right, so the furthest one from you failed.
Okay, then his speed is halved. There's a -2 penalty to AC, disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. It can't use reactions, and on its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. And regardless of the creature's ability or magic items, it can't make more than one attack during its turn.
Awesome.
And then as a bonus action, I will give inspiration to Vrak.
All right, that's a D8 to Vrak. Ildane.
Okay. So seeing that the lightning really worked and there's no way in hell I can get up there, I am going to go 30 feet and then I'm going to my javelin of lightning and I'm aiming for the one that was slowed because it'll pass through. So that's +8. So that is 22 to hit.
Of course.
And then I have to read this. Okay. So when I hurl it, transforms. So when I hurl it, it transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide. It extends out from me to a target within 120 feet. So I'm targeting the one behind it. But each creature in that line must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
All right.
And if they fail, they take 12 lightning damage. If they save, they take 6. And then the stop it. There we go. Then it turns back into a javelin when it reaches the target. On a hit, it takes the damage from the javelin plus 46 lightning damage. So it I already forgot the thing, but it takes 12. So it takes 12 plus 9 damage.
Awesome.
So 21 damage.
All right, so that first hill giant failed and took the damage. The second one is now bloodied.
Sweet. And then I'm gonna manifest my echo. That's 30 feet. Yeah, I'm going to just put it kind of right here to use it as hopefully a target practice. And that's my turn.
All right, so now it's the hill giant that's slowed. It's going to pick up a rock and hurl it at your echo. I don't think a 14 hits. Correct?
Correct.
Okay,
It does not.
Vrac, you are up.
All right, I'm still restrained, I'm assuming.
You are restrained until that giant's next turn.
Okay. Can I still move with restraint, or
No, when you are restrained, your movement is 0.
okay? And I don't have access to my hands for spells.
That you do. The bullets actually go
I
around
see.
they go around your ankles. So
Okay. Well, I got rid of most of my ranged spells, so let's 120 feet. The avalancher is the spellcaster.
yes.
120 feet on wall of fire. Let's go ahead and cast a wall of fire.
Yeah, where do you want it? You can draw it if you click. Well, you can't because it's
I
that.
can't.
So where?
I'm gonna do the ring option around the avalancher. Because it's so big, it should basically be touching the damn near touching the walls of it. It's a 20-foot diameter, 20-foot high, 1 foot thick.
Okay, so it's almost touching it, but it's not.
Yeah, but anything within 10 feet of it? Yep. So as long as it's within 10 feet of it, which it automatically is,
Yes,
because it's
it
only
is.
a 20-foot ring. It's gonna take 5d8 on a dex saving throw. DC is 15.
Well, that's a 2.
Alrighty, so let's roll 5d8s. That'll be 14 plus 21. 25 damage. Let me go ahead and mark this off on my spell sheet.
Mordella, you're up next.
Timber, get
That's-
ready.
That's it?
Yep.
All right, Mordella.
Okay, well, let me get off of this ping. I was gonna do something, but the Ring of Fire changed my mind. Mordella is gonna fly up to, sorry, not Ildane, Timber on her broom. She's gonna cast Greater Invisibility on Timber. And
Nice.
say, have fun, buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And she's gonna try to just take cover behind this thing for
Yeah.
now. Alright, and that is the end of her turn. Sneak attack, sneak attack!
Awesome. So now it is this hill giant over here. 40 feet of movement, which will put him... Yep, he can get up to there. Okay, and you are restrained. But he's going to throw a rock at you, Vrak. That is a 23 to hit.
I think that meets my AC. Let me check.
In that case, cutting words.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Nope, 24.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind.
Like I said, do not waste your spell or your reaction.
All right. It is the Avalancher again.
And I do believe they take the damage again. Let me make sure. Because it might be beginning of turn.
Right.
Don't much use Wall of Fire. When it appears, it says same damage. Nope, when it ends its turn.
When it ends its turn.
Yep.
All right. It is going to be quite upset. By the way, you're no longer restrained at the
Okay.
start of its turn. Okay. But it is quite angry at your fire. It is going to cast Wall of Stone around you. So you are now enclosed in 10 foot. Six inches thick, 10 foot by 10 foot panels. Each panel must be contiguous. Yep, there you go. You are now enclosed in a wall of stone.
No one can hear Vrak, but I'm just gonna like throw my head back and just like scream.
And it can make a bolus attack. It can't see Timber anymore, so it is going to throw one at Ildane. Please make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
$18.
All right, nothing happens. Timber, you are invisible and up. Winter, you are next.
Right. All right. But the fire is still raging around the avalanche here, right?
Oh, yes. Should it have taken damage at the end of its turn?
Yeah, at the end of turn, it's 5d8. So let me go ahead and 7 plus 10, 17. Come on. 21.
All right.
All right. Now, Mordella, correct me if I'm wrong, but with greater invisibility, I can still cast spells
Yes, you can.
and not lose it, right?
You
Alright,
can
awesome.
do
So I'm gonna
basically
move-
whatever you want. It's on me to concentrate on it for you, which I should be able to do.
Awesome. Well, it worked so well last time that I got these two. They're still lined up, and we're gonna go
Yeah.
lightning bolt again at them.
Yeah, they've
so
got
dexterity
shitty
saving
decks.
throws. And
Shitty
are they at
decks.
disadvantage because of slow?
Yes.
Yep.
Only one
Only
is.
one is.
So the first one got a 13. The second one got a 7.
Awesome.
What is your spell save DC now?
16 still. I need to figure out a
Nice.
way to get that up. 23 lightning damage to both of them. And I moved about 15 feet to get there. So I'm going to. There's 15 feet back, and then I'm going to bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to hang out right there for now.
Okay.
And that was bonus action because of cunning action, if I was
yeah,
clear.
yeah, you're a rogue. I get it. Winter.
Okay, I am going to. Let's see. I am going to do Hexblade Curse on the one in the fire, because I'm pretty sure I can take him out this turn. And I would love some bonus hit points. So that's a +2 to hit. Okay, and that's a bonus action. And then as my action, I'm going to use Dissonant Words at 3rd level. So that is a Wisdom saving throw. DC 16? Yeah, 16. I'm
21.
cutting words. So I have to get a 6 or higher. I got an 8.
All right.
That's a 13. So
Okay.
that is 5d6 psychic damage.
You didn't think you were going to kill it this turn, right? Not with a 5d6 damage.
Well, when most of them are 6s and 5s, you never know. 16, 22, 27 psychic damage, and it must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature cannot move into obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or a pit.
Well,
So
then
that means it can't
move.
leave. Yeah, so that means it can't try to leave the circle of fire on its next turn.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay. Ildane, you were back up.
Okie dokie. So, there's no way I can get into that fire, correct?
No.
Leaves me kind of.
Oh, you can get into the
Yeah,
fire. That's not the hard.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay.
Technically, you don't take the damage unless you end your turn there.
To pass through it, I'm not gonna. Yeah, they're gonna take some damage.
All right. So I'm going to go a little 25 feet. And then I'm going to, because still, even dashing wouldn't get me past that. Okay, so I'm gonna try something I don't normally do. I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. Oh no, wait, I have a hammer that goes 60 feet. Heck yes. And it comes back to me, which is the important part because I have to go find my javelin now. So I'm going to throw my hammer. And that is a 25 to hit.
Yep.
For 12 bludgeoning damage.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to wait for it to return to me. Do it again. That is 22 to hit.
That hits.
For 9 bludgeoning damage.
I have a question for Nick, real quick.
What's the question?
Can I use the missile snaring ability on a hammer that's thrown at me?
Especially since we're talking a giant, I would say why not? Being used as a projectile weapon, so why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to see if he can.
I'm sure somebody in the Twitch chat is gonna pull up the actually and explain why that's wrong,
Actually,
Doesn't
but
it
kind of
just
like
say
just going
range
with the
weapon
flow.
attack?
yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
And I
I'm
mean,
pretty
I guess
sure.
technically it's a thrown weapon, but I don't care. I think a giant should be able to catch a hammer. That doesn't seem out of bounds to me.
Yeah, on the second
If a
throw,
monk,
it's gonna throw it back, but it only rolled a 4, so it didn't.
Thanks for sending it back. That's awesome. You want to play catch? And so I can't do thrown weapons from my echo. So I'm going to I don't know if that's 30 feet. But I'm gonna start trying to move her around to the slower guy, but that's because I can't.
Your echo is stopping within 10 feet of the wall of fire.
Like 15, 20 feet.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn it. Okay, there we go. All right, that's my turn.
All right, this giant is going to run up 40 feet. I need Mordella and Timber to make dexterity saving throws as he pushes this spiked log off of this pile of wood at you guys. It's a
Where's
DC
my
18.
inspiration that I got from earlier? This might not be enough. I gotta check my sheet real quick.
Ooh, that's a 12 on my first, but I do get advantage on deck save. Ooh. There we go. Nat 20.
Nice.
16.
So DC was 18. So
Yeah.
Mordella, you are going to take 23. And you are restrained as one of the spikes on the back end has flipped over on you and has impaled you.
Oh.
You may use your action on
I
next
did
turn.
roll a. Sorry, I did roll a 24 on my concentration check, so I at least hold on to the greater invisibility. But yeah, she goes oh as it crushes her.
Absolutely. You take half of that 23, so 12 damage, and you are not restrained or impaled, Timber.
Okay.
So just imagine that log is now laying where Timber and Mordella are. But it did end its turn within 10 feet, so go ahead and roll that fire damage. Cook?
let's see. Oh no, it's only on one side of the wall.
Oh, so only on the inside? It's an oven.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you wanted to move
Unfortunately.
your echo up, Eldane, then you could have. Okay, Vrak, you are back up now.
Okay.
You are no longer
All right.
restrained.
I'm no longer restrained, but you just took how much damage? Mordell?
23.
23. I would like you to be able to do stuff on your next turn. So how about a second level cure wounds? Are you okay with that?
I am, but I will also say that he said I was impaled by a spike, so he'll still be restrained. But hit points
Would
I
you
will never
well
turn down. Never, ever, ever.
would you like me to well would you prefer me to can I help free Mordella from the
Yeah, you can go up
spike?
and use your action to pull her off of the spike.
Yeah, that
Is
way
he in
she
a
can
wall of stone, or is he out of the wall of
Oh, yeah,
stone?
no, you can't
Oh
move.
yeah.
You're in a wall of stone. You actually
I'm in
can't
a
even
wall of stone.
see to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. So within the wall of stone, I'm enlarged.
I will say
Man,
this,
I'm
Vrek
gonna
would know
work
that
on it.
Mordella could cure herself of some hit points
I will
if
say
she
you
really
are
wanted to.
enlarged, and it's only 15 foot high, so you could probably jump up, grab it, and climb over, but I'll just say that you only have half your movement to climb over the wall.
Okay. In which case, I will climb over the wall, giving me 15 feet of movement left.
5, 10,
I'll move
that'll
up.
that'll
That
get you to
puts me.
Mordella, yeah.
Then can I use my action to free Mordella?
Yes.
I will help Mordella out of that spike trap.
Good call.
I think that is the best use of my action, and then I'll be close to Mordella just in case I need to heal you next turn.
Okay, no bonus actions?
No bonus. As a bonus action, I'm gonna rage. No, I'm exceedingly upset at the outcome. I've been restrained twice so far, if we're keeping count.
It's
But
so
that's the end of my
unfortunate.
turn.
Yeah, Mordella, you are freed. You don't have to use your action.
All right, she picks the broom up, hops herself on it, and holds a nasty wound on her leg that's like dripping blood, and she flies back this way behind the wall. She's got 50 feet on the broom, but let me measure this. Okay, that's like 25. Yeah, she is going behind that wall and taking some cover. Did it cost her action to pick up the broom?
No.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, what I was thinking about casting, if I do it, Timber will lose invisibility, so she's not gonna do that. She'll take the dodge action. How about that?
That'll work.
Dodge action.
All right, next is the hill giant on the far side. He gets 40 feet of movement. Let me take a measurement, see where he can get. Okay, that's good. So he runs up to here. Vrak, you are there. Hurling a couple rocks at you. First one. That's a 24.
That meets.
Yep. You take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Fair.
Second rock. 27.
That beats.
Cutting
Or
words.
you already used your reaction this turn. 23.
Oh,
Total
Yep, 23 bludgeoning, the second one.
23, and the first one was 13.
Yep, so 36 total. Now we are back at the Avalancher, who is going to charge up to Eldane and out of the fire. Does it take damage to run through the fire?
No, only the first time it hits it, and only at the end of turn.
Okay, so yep, it is now outside of that, and it is going to make 2 Great Club attacks at Eldane. First one, that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that bits.
Second one is a 23 to hit.
That beats it.
All right.
It's got heart.
So, first one, you take 18 bludgeoning and 9 thunder. The second one, you take 14 bludgeoning and 8 thunder. And that ends its turn. Timber, you are back up.
All right, this battle's starting to turn a little bit. So Timber is gonna go 5'10", it's about 15 feet to right there. And then I'm pulling out my rapier, and we're going to town on this bad boy. Do I get advantage because I'm invisible?
Yes, and sneak attack.
Sneak attack. This might be my first sneak attack. All right, so okay, so it's either a 15 or a 7. So 15 to hit. Does that hit?
Just misses.
Oh, that was a massive failure. Fuck, is a rogue. Well, so I'm going to call that one a lessons learned. I'm going to cunning action disengage, and I'm going to use the rest of my movement to, let's go to right there.
Okay.
Is cunning action fuck off an option?
yeah. As I was looking up at this massive hill giant.
Yeah, how do you miss something that big? Winter, you were up.
My sword
Well, my
is
sword
bigger
is
than me.
bigger than me, so.
Okay. I am going to. I have 40 feet of movement, so I'm gonna get as close to Ildane and that giant as possible. Where the rock is? Yeah. Okay. And then I am going to use my Eldritch Blast. No advantage because it's not melee, but so the first one is a 25 to hit,
Definitely.
and the second is a 17 to hit.
Definitely.
Okay. He takes 12 plus 10, so 20 total damage from the blasts.
Nice.
And he is moved back 10 feet by the last blast.
Okay, so back into the fire.
Yep.
I'm all right with that.
All right.
And as a bonus action, I will do Bardic Inspiration for Ildane.
Actually, Eldane, as it moves out of your range, you want to make a opportunity attack with Sentinel?
That is 18, 26 to hit.
Most definitely.
Oh, that's a good roll. That is slash. Oh, it's 15 because it's the slashing sword.
Awesome. So I will let the two of you decide whether or not you want that to actually move it, even though you have Sentinel.
Because it has to end its turn in the fire for it to take fire damage,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't this be centering it?
It would be the first time it's entering it. So does it take damage on the first time it enters?
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't
Go
think
ahead.
of that.
Go ahead. If you want to blast it back into the fire
Then-
and roll damage. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there a
Uh,
save
hold on.
involved when it first enters?
Dex.
Okay, it's going to use a
Dex
legend.
15.
It's going to use a legendary resistance to automatically pass that.
All right. So 10 plus 16 plus 22, so 11.
Okay. Winter, if that ends your turn, do you have a bonus action?
Just the Bardic Inspiration to Ildane.
Okay, Ildane, you are up.
Right. So
Remember, as long as you're on the outside of that ring of fire, you
Okay.
are fine.
okay. So I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna use my hammer because that worked out really well. So I'm gonna do a hammer. And that is 21 to hit for 10 bludgeoning damage. And I'm gonna do it again. 19 to hit.
It's got to use its gloves again. Yep,
For 11 damage.
it's throwing it back.
Okay.
That is a nat 1, so misses horribly.
No, I. All right, and then how's it looking?
Oh, super fucked up.
Super fucked up. Okay. And if as long as I stay on the outside of the fire,
Yeah,
You're fine.
outside
and
is safe,
okay,
inside is
would
bad.
you say that my echo is within?
Yes, you could swing
Hitting?
through your echo and
All right.
unleash that incarnation.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's a nat 20.
He's dead.
Oh, yay!
He only had
But I
5.
wanted to. Okay.
He only had 5 hit
Uh-huh.
points left.
Wait. Okay. Then that's my turn. Sweet.
Awesome.
I'm going to. Actually, I'll probably just move Echo. So that guy's slowed, correct?
Correct.
So he can just throw crap, which is dangerous. Okay.
You also got to remember that the log has moved.
Yeah.
Also, before we move forward, just to keep things fair, didn't realize that Wall of Fire is a concentration spell. So can we please keep me honest moving forward?
Oh, yeah. Especially since you took
Okay.
that damage. Go ahead and roll it now.
Yeah, let me go ahead and so I took a total of I believe 35 damage across 2 attacks.
Yeah, but it would have been 2 concentration spells.
Yeah, so I took a total I
So
took a total of 24. No,
it was
'cause I got hit
13
with
and
bonus
then
first.
23. It was 13 then 23. So your first save is 10. Your second save is 12.
Well,
I made both.
Okay, it's fine because she critted, so it would have killed it anyways.
I'm actually going to action surge
Okay.
and
Go ahead and take your full action. So you get
Okay.
full action.
All right. So going to do hammer against the slowed guy. That's 9. 24 to hit.
Yep.
Or 12 bludgeoning damage. And dirty 20 to hit for 10 bludgeoning damage. And is he bloodied or anything like that?
Oh yeah, he's bloodied.
Okay, then let me. Oh, nice. Going to move the Echo here. Unleash Incarnation. 13 to hit.
13 just hits.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry. All right, and that is 14 slashing damage.
It's dead.
Sorry. It's not a baby. Okay. All right, that's my turn.
Yep, you definitely did not kill babies. All right, so that can no
So proud of
longer
you,
take
Beb.
its turn. Brack, you are back up.
I'm going to stand still. I'm going to help out our rogue Timber. I'm going to cast a guiding bolt at a 2nd level
Okay.
at the flunky. And I get a plus. Let me make sure. 7. Alrighty. For a 17.
17 hits.
For 5d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
46.
I'll cast it at 2nd level.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
1 plus 3 is 4, 10, 15, 20 damage. and he is lit up like a beacon to
Yes, he
make the
is.
next melee attack at advantage.
Marked him with green, so that is known. Is that in your turn?
That does.
Mordella.
Oh, let's see here. She'll fly above the 15 feet of the wall and force him to make a wisdom saving roll DC 16 for Toll the Dead.
That's a failure with an 11.
Oh, wow. 21 necrotic damage.
Damn, nice.
And she's going to fly back behind the wall.
Okay. That giant is going to charge at Vrak.
Yep.
And make 2 great club attacks. First attack. Misses with a 13. Second attack. 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
Silvery barbs.
I was waiting for one of you. I was expecting to hear cutting words, but that one works. Second roll.
Yeah.
25.
That's a hit.
Okay. This, you take...
Sorry, Mordella's behind the wall. She can't see you.
You take 12 bludgeoning.
All right.
Timber, you're back up.
All right, we're doing this. This is gonna happen right now. Get up here. I had advantage last time and it didn't matter. We're gonna try it though. All right, let's go. All right, first swing's a 10. That's not, but we're at advantage. Come on now. Come on.
There
21
you go.
to hit.
That one hits.
All right, we'll roll some damage here. 11. That's with my sneak attack. So I will also activate my sword, and then I get to regain 11 hit points.
There you go.
And then I will cunning action disengage and boop boop boop. About there.
Awesome. Winter, you are up. Ildane, you're on deck.
Okay, so yeah, I am going to move up and use Nivere's Soul Brand.
Yeah. Everybody's getting in on the swinging swords.
That is 19 to hit.
It hits.
Okay.
You gonna smite?
Yes, with smite. That is 8 piercing. Yeah, 8 piercing damage, and then 2d6 radiant. Yeah, radiant damage. That is a 7. And there's a con save 15 to avoid being blinded.
That's a big old failure. He is now bloodied and blind.
Woohoo! And yeah, that's what I got. So Ildane, have you already used the Bardic Inspiration or no?
No.
Okay, then Bardic Inspiration will go to Timber
I love it. Use them up.
this round.
It's only the first encounter of the day. Ildane.
Will they recharge on a short rest?
Ildane, you are up. Vrak, you are on deck.
I do recharge on a short rest, so yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna move up my 30 feet. Echo's gotta go the other 30. And then I'm liking my little hammer, so we're gonna use my hammer. So that is 25 to hit.
Absolutely.
9 bludgeoning damage. And that is 27 to hit for 11 damage. And he's bloodied. How is he looking?
He's bloodied, but he could probably take a couple more of those.
All right. Then unleash incarnation. And Echo's gonna hit for, oh my god, 13.
13 misses.
Yeah, that's so. Okay. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Brack, you were up.
We're gonna go straight attack and try to hit him with this dagger.
Since you're
We're face to
enlarged, you
face,
do get
yeah.
an extra 1d4 for your damage.
Alrighty. Sure, Frankie loves to hear extra 1d4 on auto crit hit. Let's see, where is it? There you
I don't know which I want you guys to win.
go.
I'm on your team.
16 to hit.
16 just hits.
Alrighty. So, I gotta pull this dagger up because I don't use it very often. So it's 1d4 plus 4. So 8 plus another 4 from enlarged. So 12 plus 2 rolled d4.
I already took the 12, so just tell me what you rolled.
Another 6.
Okay, plus.
So 18 total?
Yep.
No bonus action. I think I'm gonna stand still and let other people kill it.
Mordella, this thing is hurt badly.
I think she'll do the same thing as last turn. Fly above the wall, force a DC 16 Wisdom save on Giant.
Natural 20.
Ooh. Not so lucky that time. This time, she will refrain from going behind the wall and come over here, just in case somebody's in need of a silvery barbs.
Alright. It is that giant's turn. It is going to swing its club at Vrack with disadvantage. That's a nat 1. Vrack, you want to make your opportunity attack first?
Absolutely. Not great. 13.
Okay, that misses. Winter, make a opportunity attack.
$25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, then. Oh, that's boring. 7 piercing damage.
Alright, Eldane's Echo, make an opportunity attack.
That is 16 to hit.
Just hits.
Oh, goody. That is 8 slashing damage.
Eldane?
No, I'm sorry. It's this. It's the short. It's this. I get 15. I keep forgetting. This is the.
It only
sort
had
of
3
sharp
left. It only had 3 left.
All right.
Eldane killed all the giants.
This
Hell
Eldane,
yeah!
do you know how I feel now?
No, you were the punching bag this time.
No.
Actually, I don't feel.
Oh, do you know how I feel on Fridays?
No.
Just running around getting the
Yeah.
kills.
I got 3.
You
Also,
got
I
the
don't feel so
3.
good.
I feel like
I'm at.
Vrack feels like shit. Vrack
Yeah.
is Vrack got beat. I think I got hit by all 3 giants.
Yeah, you did.
Oh wow.
I'm very, very bloodied.
Yeah,
Winter over here with an extra 13 hit points from this fight is going to go over and heal Ildane. So
Wait, hold on.
that, yeah,
Don't do it. Let's take a short
Okay.
rest. Because
Yeah, we'll
Mordella's
take a
almost
short rest.
bloodied. He's a few hits
Yeah.
away from being bloodied. Plus short rest will recharge Ildane's action surge.
and my bardic inspiration.
Yep, you guys can go ahead and take a 15-minute short rest, and while that's happening for our PCs, let's go ahead and take a real world 5-minute break.
I was gonna say, Frankie, I've never done this, but can I request a bio break? Because
Yep.
I've been prepping the way you told me to prep, and I need a bio break.
Yep, we're gonna do it. All right, welcome back. Let's pull the map back up. So you guys are here as the dust settles on your giant fight.
Rack, you are no longer enlarged.
Yep, so
Go ahead.
Vrack is
I would
Vrack
like
again.
to.
You're no longer invisible.
Oh,
I would like to loot the bodies, and I'm gonna go grab my javelin.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Oh.
All right, and Timber rolled as well. Eldane, you're picking over. The giants weren't carrying much. And far away as far as like coinage and stuff like that went. They've got some leather scraps on them that maybe Vrack could do something with. Things like that. Timber, you go over to the Avalancher and start yanking on those gloves. And you pull them off and they magically shrink down. And these are gloves of missile snaring.
very cool.
Now, I have a question for the DM here. I know in older, possibly 5e, but in older editions, to make a belt of giant strength, I'm going to need some giant skin.
Correct.
Is that going to be like a survival roll to start skinning these three, or
Yep.
one roll or three rolls?
One roll, and then we will see what you roll on that and go from there.
So I get a
For
+4 to
delicate with
survival.
the help action.
I can
roll it
also
with
help, yeah.
advantage.
Let's roll with advantage. Where's my other thing? The D12s and the D20s are starting to look similar, guys, just in case you were wondering how Cook the player is doing. 19.
19? Yeah, go ahead and roll d6 plus 2.
D6 plus 2. Let's roll my favorite D6. Alrighty, 5.
Yeah, you're able to collect up 5 nice bundles of flesh. They'll need some work and some tanning done to them in order to turn them to leather, but you're able to do that.
That's great. Can I do the same thing but for rations?
You want to get giant meat?
I need something to feed the dragon, and I'm running out of my own rations.
Yeah, go ahead, make a survival check.
Nasty. And
Roll a d4.
two.
Yeah, so you only find like 3 pieces of meat that the dragon will even like consider eating off of these things.
Okay. Yay, 3 rations to feed a dragon.
Okay. If we are done there, you guys continue on your way south. World, there we
Sounds like a
are.
plan.
We did this out on short rest, right?
Yeah, you guys. Yeah,
Yes,
you
we
guys took a
did.
short rest. Roll up hit dice if you need them. The road.
What about our Song of Rest, Bard?
Oh yeah, she's full on singing to the dragon the entire time, and you guys get the benefits simply by just being in existence around it.
And what does Song of Rest do exactly?
Song of Rest. Let me find the exact words. Is you. Oh, If a creature who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending a hit dice or more than one hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra d6 hit points.
So
Now, is
I
that a D6 total or D6 per hit die?
Total.
Okay.
1d6.
okay. I know Caden's too young, but you guys remember Animaniacs?
I do.
You guys
Yes.
remember
Yes.
I
that?
love that show.
What was that little girl's name with the cat? I'm going to love him and hug him and pat him.
Oh, I know who you're
Oh,
talking
Myra.
about.
Call him George. Elmira. Yep.
Oh, Myra. That's what Winters reminded me with this dragon.
Great callback.
In real
Okay.
life, she's like Katie Kaboom.
All right. Survival check, Cook. I'm sure you're getting the help action.
I hope so.
Yeah, Mordella's here.
All right. Plus a 4 will be 15.
15. Okay. You guys are making pretty good time, even without horses, as I've said before, and I'm going to constantly remind you the entire time. Moving on down south. You guys move for about 3 more hours, and as you're walking down the path, there's kind of a grassy path that leads back into the woods, and from that, you can hear, well, go ahead and roll perception.
Perception.
Yeah, everybody who wants to.
Let me check my pluses.
4.
19.
16.
6.
Anybody who got above a 15, you can hear 2 people arguing with each other. Kind of back this path into the woods. Like, nah, man, it's your turn. It's your turn. You've got to do it. I did it yesterday. And you specifically told me that if I did it yesterday, which was 2 days in a row, that I wouldn't have to do it today. So it is your turn. And this
What language?
argument's going back and forth. Common.
Oh,
Do you wish to investigate the voices or keep moving down the road?
Timber do a stealth check to see if he can get back there and see what's happening.
Yeah, go ahead.
26.
So, Timber, you are the knight. You are Batman. As you move in quietly, swiftly through the woods, just off the path, so that you stay hidden in the shadows created by the canopy. And ahead of you, you see this old, decrepit, what looks like it used to be like a watchtower or a keep of some sort, but it is ancient and falling apart. And standing in front of it are 2 skeletons in armor arguing back and forth with each other.
Okay, well, none of my business. And I turn around and walk back to the group. But I do, when I get back there, I explain it to everybody. It's like, yeah, there's skeletons standing outside an old watchtower. Don't really know what's going on there, guys.
Winter, have you ever heard any stories about this? Bard.
Can I make a history check?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a nat 20 for 22.
Yeah, so Vrax shows you on the map where you're at. And, you remember hearing stories that there used to be, these watchtowers for the monarchy set up all over the continent. And most of them fell into disuse when the monarchy was dissolved. But there were a lot of ancient battles and things like that, but skeletons That would take a necromancer of some type to raise them. But typically, when they're raised, they're not sentient. They can't talk, so that sounds odd to you.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Mordella and tell the whole group, but specifically Mordella because she asked the questions. The tower was created when the monarchy existed, and after the monarchy fell, most of these towers fell into disuse. Usually, skeletons require necromancers or necromantic powers, but the only spell I can think of that would allow them to talk is speak with the dead, and they usually are only allowed to answer your questions, not argue with each other. So I'm not entirely sure why the skeletons would be sentient in that way.
Listen, Frederick, you can't make me do it again. All right? It's your turn. But they're so mean, Zachary. We're never going to get to keep back if you just keep whining.
Mm.
My
It'll
vote is
probably
with
take some
Timber.
type of. And what does Timber say?
So I want to be very clear. Max says this sounds cool. Let's go do it. Timber'd be like, it seems like a distraction. Let's we got better places to go. But real life Max really wants to give it a shot.
Cook wants to give it a shot. Brack is like, no, we are heading south. We are not to be deterred.
Here, I think everybody really wants to go like, oh, let's go make friends with the skeletons. But our players are like, no, southward.
You don't have to stop.
Let's not stop. Let's keep going.
Okay, go ahead and
Yeah.
roll their next survival check.
All right. Do I want to switch the die up? No, because they've been doing me well so far. There we go. 18.
Nice. Yeah, so you guys keep traveling, and I mean, you're making the best time. Not much is happening on the road other than the giants that you ran into and whatever that was back there. You guys successfully avoided it, and you come to the end of the night, and it's time to start looking for a camp.
I'm okay with that.
Mordella pulls out the cube and holds it, raises her eyebrow.
Brack nods.
Timber
I
was
think it's time for a rest.
Timber was getting ready to do Liam's tiny hut, and he's like, yeah, no, that's a better idea. The better idea.
We may be spoiling ourselves with it, but we have it. She puts the cube down and commands it to turn into a fortress.
Yeah, and you guys are back at camp again. Same situation as the night before.
I can take watch on first if nobody minds.
Please do.
Timber goes, so I do have a spell. I can cast alarm, where I can basically set it on the door, on the roof, and it can alert us if any creatures try to come to the tower. Then we could all sleep.
Oh yeah, I'm totally down.
Good.
Well, sounds like a great idea. Go for it.
Okay, is that how we're setting up the watches?
Yeah, I don't think we need a
Well, I
watch.
mean-
We got
I mean, that was the answer right up until you asked like that.
Winter has a passive perception of 20. Does Winter feel safe in this moment that she'd be okay with setting up this alarm and going to sleep?
Yeah. It sounds like a really great idea.
Okay, then yeah, she's just gonna go great and pass out, cuddling a dragon.
All right. So Timber does his little ritual, and he sets up the alarm by the door. I get because there's only one way in, right?
Yeah, it's got one door.
Or there's arrow slits, and then there's a battlement on top.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So by the door, he sets up the alarm spell, and if anybody tries to go through it, he will hear a little bell that will wake him up.
Absolutely, that is a great plan. I need to roll some stealth checks real quick. A 29 stealth roll, that is awesome. 18. Okay. Your passive perception does not matter if you are asleep, by the way. You guys...
It's okay. Snuffles is on guard.
You guys do not hear the assassins as they start to make their way towards the tower. And I'm going to roll stealth one more time. It's 24 on the first one. Only a 14 for the second one. Ooh, 14 for the third one. You guys hear as two of these assassins actually make perception rolls. DC is going to be 14 for their stealth. As they try at first to put pythons into the adamantine and realize that they can't.
Ildane got a nat 20.
So Ildane, you hear
19.
anybody who got
Or no,
above
she got a 4.
anybody who got 14 or higher, you definitely hear this tink 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 shit. And then what do you do?
I get up and head towards the sound, ready to throw my hammer.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so
follow Ildane.
you guys look out of these slits, these windows, and see these three robed figures trying to ready rope to throw up to the battlements.
I'm gonna whisper to Ildane. Do we try the diplomatic approach again?
I don't think so. I mean, they're obviously like, who would come up to a tower made like this and try to break in unless you were trying to kill the people that were in here?
While this conversation is happening, the ropes go up. They successfully attach to battlements, and they begin scaling the building.
Winter's going to run up to the battalion and then wait. Battlement. I am not doing well with words tonight. She's going to run up to the battlement. She's going to wait until they're about halfway to about 3/4 of the way up. And then she's going to cut the ropes.
Okay. Everybody roll initiative.
There it is. There it is. I was wondering when my dice luck would change. I had a 4.
You too? I also got a 4.
17 for Timber.
22 for Winter.
Okay. Mordella?
15.
You start cutting, Winter, and one of the ropes goes, and you hear, what the? As he is going to take 2d6 fall damage. So 11 damage for him. And the other one is going to wrap his arm around the rope and lean back. He is going to take his...
You're talking to the stream, Frankie.
Oh, he's going to wrap the rope around his arm, lean back with a crossbow, and try to take a shot up at Winter as she's leaned over. That's a 21 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. He's going to take a second shot. (14) does not hit with shield. Winter, you are up.
Alright, first thing Winter's gonna do is cackle down at him and be like, "You missed." And then she is going to use green flame blade on the things. She's gonna make a melee attack at one of the ropes, and then she's gonna have the fire target the other rope so she can get both of them out in one turn.
Okay.
So she's going to use the sword. That is a 15 to hit.
Okay, 15 hits.
The first rope takes 14 piercing damage.
Yep, it splits. He takes 2d6 fall
And-
damage.
The other rope takes 4 fire damage.
Okay, it also splits. So the first one takes 6 damage. The second one takes 10. As they fall down to ground level. If
Then as a bonus action, not gonna have anything. I'm just going to taunt the people who are now on the ground because that is a good decision that Winter will make.
Okay. Timber, you're up. Mordella's on deck.
Okay. Well, let's do a little utility here. Timber's gonna go up to the battlements or battalions. What do we call them? Okay, no matter. Battlement. And I am going to look over the side to the mounted bodies at the bottom. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on them. So if I can get dexterity saving throws, please. DC 16.
Okay, first one got an 8. Second one got a natural 20. Third one got a 7. So 2 failures.
Okay. So
I will light
yeah,
them
so
up.
2 of them are outlined in just like hot neon pink in the middle of the night. And
Okay,
then I will kind of duck back behind the battlements.
awesome. Mordella.
Mordella never awoke to the sounds, but now that there's more stuff going on, does she awaken? Or does she need
Yes.
to wait to be awoken?
No, I'm going to say Mordella's or Winter's cackling woke you up.
Sure. Alright, she's gonna hop on her broom and fly up to one of the arrow slits, and she'll target one of the assassins that has. Very fair. With a ray of frost. 26. It'll be 15 cold damage, and they're slowed by 10 feet. We'll say that she shot at this guy.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Well, it is that guy's turn. Slowed by 10 feet, so he gets 30 feet. And what you see freaks all of you out as it goes up to the door and then turns into a wisp of shadow and moves into the lower level. That will end its turn. Actually, it'll use dash and it'll start to climb up there to the second floor. And actually, with minus 10, it can make it up there. So yeah, it's now on the second deck, just underneath the roof where you guys are. The other one is going to do the same. 10, 15, 20, and he moves into the lower level. Dashes up to the second level. Hildane, you are up.
Okay. So can I get to them? Are they're on the same level as I am?
You didn't go up to the battlements, right? Yep, you guys are on the same
Right.
floor. Yep, these guys are just
Okay.
standing at the top of the stairs.
Okay. Let me. So I'm going to come here, put the echo behind them, and start hitting things. All right. So the one on the left, that is 13 plus 8, it's 21 to hit
Yep.
for 15 damage. Oh, so let me. Not a crit. Okay. So then, thank you. And then we're going to. Actually, yeah. So I slashed him, so his speed is reduced by 10 feet. So I'm gonna hit the one on the right as well. And that is 15 to hit.
15 hits.
All right, so 15 slashing damage for him as well. So his movement is reduced by 10. Then gonna go ahead and unleash. Ooh, I did not take a long rest. Yeah, okay. We're gonna unleash it, and I'm gonna attack the guy on the left. Not a crit. So 19 to hit for 15 slashing damage. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna kind of
The
stand
one on
there.
the left is bloodied and fairy fired. All right, does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Frack, you are up.
I'm gonna move up to the one on the left that is bloodied and attempt to stab him with my adamantine dagger. Or I think I missed with a 10.
Yes, 10 misses.
In which case, bonus action. Don't get to say that much as a cleric. Spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So it's an attack roll, I believe. Yep. Is that also with an advantage? Just because it's an attack roll? It's a melee spell attack. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you can roll it with advantage.
So if this one hits. No, that one doesn't hit either with 11.
Nope, doesn't hit.
I'm sorry, a 12, but that still misses.
Yep. Okay.
Not doing too hot. That's the end of my turn.
The other one's going to make its way up there as well, but that ends its turn. Winter, you are up.
Okay, so all the assassins are inside, right?
Yep, you are on the top level, so it'll take, I'll say, 15 feet of your movement to get down to the next level.
Okay, then I will do that. And then I will use. Let's see. Nope, that's each creature. I don't want to hit other people. I am going to hit the the bloodied assassin, one outlined in red, with Niveer's soul brand. That is a 22 to hit.
Okay, did you roll with advantage? That one has fairy fire.
Oh.
Just in case you crit.
25 to hit.
Yep.
It takes 8 piercing damage, and it has to use a con save.
It's 16.
Okay. Yeah, so the save was 15, so that's a success. Then in that case, I am going to back out because my sword gives me a reach of 5 feet, so I shouldn't be in melee range of everyone. So I'm just gonna kind of back out.
No,
So-
5 feet is melee range.
Oh, right. Never mind, then I'm just gonna stay there
All right, Timber.
and pray to Nabir that they don't hit me. That's my turn.
Yep, and Timber is up. Mordello's on deck.
All right. Timber, I guess, drops down to the second because they're all on the same floor now. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I will go after this bad boy here. Go. All right. First roll's a 22. Let's see if I can get something better. Nope. 22
Yep, definitely hits.
or 18 damage.
All right, it is also bloodied now.
Then. Da. Take a cunning action, disengage, and see if I can get like at least out of immediate melee range here.
Okay. Mordello.
There we go. That's my turn.
All right. Looking over all the options, it seems like maybe one of the better ones could be to try to get some of them to go out of here, but fear isn't going to work. There's too many of my allies in the way. That one that just came in, the last assassin that came in, I'm going to try to cast Cause Fear on him. I'll double check. I believe it's a Wisdom save DC 16.
You cast a spell, and
Yes.
you realize that this creature is immune to the frightened condition.
Interesting. As the spell fizzles out in her hand, she's like,
Now
damn
that you
it.
guys are face to face with this, you realize that they are not cloaked figures. These are literal shadow.
Very interesting. She's gonna continue hovering around the arrow slit that she's at. That's gonna be her turn.
So that one is now going to make a shadow blade attack at Winter, the one that she just attacked. That's a crit.
Silvery barb.
There we go. I was just waiting on it. Reroll is a 25 to hit Winter.
Fine.
And I'll use my sentinel attack.
Okay, 1 second, because a lot of stuff happens with this blade. First thing is you take 6 piercing damage, and then you take 17 necrotic damage, and then your strength is reduced. Your strength score is reduced by 3.
Like permanently?
You don't know, but your strength score is reduced by 3. If it reaches 0, you die.
Oh, that's rude.
And that was just its first attack. It's gonna make its second attack at Winter. That's a crit.
Silvery barbs.
That is a 22.
shield.
Okay. Next is the. Well, you can take your sentinel attack now.
Okay. Let's look at
I'll get
advantage.
I'll give my advantage from the. Oh, it doesn't matter. They've all got advantage.
That's a dirty 20 for 15 slashing.
Okay. All right. Next is the next Shadow Assassin, who's going to take aim at Ildane. That's a 26 to hit.
Yep.
You take first 6 piercing. Then you take 4 necrotic. And your strength score is reduced by 1.
Okay. That's okay.
Second attack. That's a crit. So that is 10 plus 18. That's 28 damage. And your strength score is reduced by 4 more. Actually, no, that's 28 before the roll. What am I thinking? Let me roll that. So that's 38 plus more. 48 for 950. So, sorry, 51 damage. And your strength score is reduced by 4.
What was the first? That was 28, right? So
No, don't do the 28. It was 51 total.
Okay, because I did the so let me.
That's 23.
50.
No. Yeah, 23.
Oh shit. Okay, and then reduced by 4. Oh Christ. Okay. All right. Elaine's very bloodied.
Yep. And it is your turn though, Ildane.
Okay. Took my modifiers away. Oh my god, oh my god.
These guys are no joke.
Holy shit, that's a lot. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, so I still have advantage, right? Because they're fairy fired. So
Yep.
going for the one that's on the left. And 22 to hit for 15 damage.
Even with the reduction in your strength, you're rolling 22 to hit. Dang.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got a 17 on a dice, and I still have a +5.
You said that was the one on
I
the
had-
left?
Yeah.
Okay, it's dead.
Yay. Okay. Going for the one on the right. That's 18 plus 5 is 23 to hit for 15 damage.
Okay.
And Unleash Incarnation. That's 30-20 for 15 damage.
All right.
All right. Well, Action Surge. So, okay, one. That's 22 to hit for 15 damage.
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay, then we're coming down for this guy because I'm done with this shit. So I got one more attack left. That's 14 plus 5, 19 to hit for 15.
Okay.
And my last Unleash Incarnation till I take a long rest. That is 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, 15 damage for him.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Brack, you are up.
I'm not liking this shit at all. How many third level spells do I still got left? Let's go with the third level guiding bolt at the remaining one.
Okay.
+7 to hit. Does Fairy Fire only count for melee attacks?
That one's not very fired.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter then.
Is the damage
Plus
rate
7.
radiant? Is the damage radiant?
It is radiant damage.
Double your damage.
Okay, but let's make sure it hits first. So 15.
15 just hits.
So third level would be 66. And then doubled. That's a spicy meatball. So 6, 24. Loving that. 29, 58 damage.
It's dead. You figured
Yeah,
out.
let's get rid of that shit.
And there are no more combatants. Nothing is left behind. There are no corpses. They just kind of poof into the shadows.
So, what the hell was that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I had no idea those guys were, whatever they were, ghosts of some kind. They had a corporeal form.
Is anybody like? I'm just asking, like, can any one of us do like a history check to like know if there's any lore about them from wherever we all came from, or is this just
Yeah,
new to all of us?
You guys can do a history or Arcana.
All right, +0 modifiers to both. So anybody else?
I'm gonna try.
I got a 17 on the dice.
13
And-
Arcana.
11 history.
I think Timber got the highest roll.
Oh, I got a 12.
Oh. Yeah, you guys aren't quite sure. I don't think any of you have ever heard of or experienced these kinds of beings.
Timber goes up and he feels Eldane's biceps. Like, what happened to you?
I don't know, but I feel like when I was back in when I was in the army and not as strong as I was.
Yeah. What did you take?
Timber-
5 total damage to your strength score?
Yeah, I went from a 20 to a 15.
Oof.
I'm at 30. I'm at 30 health.
We should sleep this off.
So, guys, maybe watches aren't the worst idea after all. The alarm, I thought it was good, but we should have watches after all.
You can cast a spell, Timber. Just joking.
Yeah, no. I
Trying to break
start
the
off with
tension.
a strength of 7. I can't fight these things.
Oh,
Cordella
yeah,
begins
that
marching
would've-
up to the battlement and says, "Yeah, so I'll keep the next watch."
Well, lucky for you
We
guys.
could always switch to Liamon's tiny hut. Then we know they can't get in.
Did that inside the fort. We did the hut inside the fortress. I'm all about that. I need 8 hours now. I really need my health to fill.
Finally, I've got people worried, especially Eldane, who I spent the first half of this campaign unable to hit.
The
But-
I would
second
just
fight
like to say-
tonight. I'm in my 30s.
We're gonna save
I
some
would like
time.
to say that I was at like 20 HP after the giant fight because I got hit a shit ton. So I burned all my hit dice during our short rest. If we could please cast that tiny hut.
Yeah, you guys cast the hut. You set up watches. Everybody, I'm just gonna fast forward through the night. You guys all get your rest. Eldane, upon a long rest, your strength score is restored.
Same for winter.
Yeah, that's everybody.
No.
It's-
Oh, I am taking my strength score back.
And you guys wake up in the morning from that nightmare. Unfortunately, And your next couple days of travel are uneventful as you finally reach the city of Poke. You guys are on the home stretch to the capital. As you pull into Poke, it's a pretty decent sized town. It's the town before the capital, so anybody who can't quite afford, Manhattan rent, they live in the suburbs. This is kind of the burbs. Or, can't afford to live downtown San Diego. So you get a place in Temecula.
There you go.
Yep. Want to hit a little close to home there, brother.
Yep, exactly. And you guys find your way into to a tavern called the Cross-Eyed Chalice. Place seems pretty busy. People in and out.
I have questions.
Yeah.
I just have questions on the name. That's all I'm saying as we walk into this place.
Yeah. Who's walking through the door?
Winter's gonna turn to Timber. So last time we were in a food place, you lectured us on this things called manners. Do those still apply here, or?
Timber, you take one
Well-
look at this place and go, no.
Well, I mean, technically, manners in a civilized world, winter manners always apply. However, this is probably not the ideal spot for that, and I'm certain that you are a lost cause anyway.
Sweet, I'll go in the door then.
Yeah, so you guys begin making your way in. Ildane and Vrak, as you step in, please make perception checks.
Yep. 14.
Yeah.
So both of you, as soon as you walk in the door, you kind of do that thing where, you walk in the bar and you kind of scan the crowd. Maybe there's somebody you know, and both of you freeze. As there is somebody you know. And sitting at one of the tables is what was the last name? Durgrim. Brack's childhood bully is
Oh no.
adorned in the uniform of a dwarven officer with an envoy around him,
Oh no.
sitting at the table. You guys have noticed him, but he has not noticed you.
Perfect. I walk back out. Not
Right up
dealing
to
with
the
that
table.
shit. You do
Brack,
what?
you okay there?
Yeah, this is the first time you guys ever seen Brack not want to go into a tavern.
I know, right? Mordell's just gonna walk in. What the hell is his problem?
I'll walk right up to the table and be like, "Hey, they promoted you?"
Wow. Look what the cat drug in, fellas. Ildane Lightbranch, how are ya? I see you got
That's
rid
great
of
till
the
I saw
bad
your damn
company.
face.
Oh, come on. Show a little respect for the rank. And he taps the insignia on his chest.
Yeah, well, I didn't have to fuck my way to the top.
Yeah, get it in where you can get it in.
That's what you said.
That is exactly what I said, yes. I see.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, it looks like you dropped that dead weight that you
Watch
had
it.
tied to your leg.
I wouldn't go there if I were you.
I'm not so sure I appreciate your tone, Miss Lightbranch.
Miss Lightbranch, you have manners? I've been to a place that requires manners, and you would not be welcome, sir.
What's with all the hostility? Let's get drinks. It's good to see you.
I actually manifest my echo at the other end of the table.
Everybody else has walked in, right?
Right, and Vrack has walked back out.
Mordella's sitting
Winter's,
at a damn table waiting.
Yeah, and
Winter's kind of still like hanging out by the door, be like, Freck, are you okay?
Not
Is there
even
something
close. I don't.
is
You
doing it?
wouldn't understand if I explained it to you, and I can't explain it to you. But I feel like we should find another bar.
Like the food's terrible, or I should beat someone up?
From the looks of things, beating somebody up would be our worst case scenario right now. What and the insignia he has on him, not just like a captain, but like of what branch? Like where from like a local branch or
yeah, so he's in the Dwarven army, and from the looks of his rank, he's made it quite high.
okay.
If
I
fighting's
don't
our worst scenario, should I tell Ilde to go put her echo away?
fighting's
'Cause,
not your worst case scenario. Fighting is my worst case scenario. If that helps explain things.
Okay.
I don't think I'm welcome here.
Well, that's rude.
Well, get used to it because I'm not welcome a lot of places this side of the mountains.
Winter's gonna
What?
turn to Snuffles and go, any chaotic stuff you want to get out, feel free to do it in this building.
No,
Especially whoever Ildane is mad at. And this is all draconic, so Brack doesn't understand a word. And Snuffles is gonna fly off.
Yeah, Snuffles has gone invisible.
Do you want me to bring you a drink out here?
I don't think that's allowed by city ordinance. But even then, let's keep a low profile. Do you understand that one? Low profile. Let's not make me known.
Okay. I turned Brack invisible.
Yeah, Vrack, you are invisible.
Okay.
And I'm gonna guess that you guys go in. Mordella, you're approached by a redheaded a woman. She appears to be human. She comes up and asks you if you want a drink or something to eat.
You have ale here, right?
Yeah,
All
of
right.
course. What kind of tavern
Counting on
does
our
have
fingers.
ale?
Well, yeah, I guess you're right about that. Can I get like 7 containers of ale? Yeah, and you can bring some food, I guess, too. And she just like pulls out that really expensive looking coin purse and like counts out 10 gold pieces, and she's like, "Is that enough?" And like starts pushing it towards the lady.
How old are you, young lady?
Old enough to order drinks at a bar.
Okay.
Mordella's
Just-
22.
I know, it just seems like your first time, that's all.
Okay.
And she takes your gold and she goes and places your order in. Timber, you approach the tavern maiden there.
Yeah, Beldora. She looks cute.
Yeah. She's a human woman, probably late 30s.
Like so I remember Sunshine, my lady. Do you come here often?
It's my pub, so I think so.
Oh, what a charming accent you have. You must be Where are you from?
From here in Polk.
Ah, well, it is quite nice to see such a beauty in. I mean, the pub is. I mean, must be the jewel of Polk, and you must be the jewel of the pub. So, uh,
Are
yeah,
you
so you're
gonna
like,
order a drink? You think you're the first one to talk to me like this from the other side of the bar?
well, um, it, yes, I would. Elven brandy, if you have it, please.
Sure. She turns and she grabs a glass. She pours them out and she brings it back to you. Yes.
While she's pouring the drinks, I'm
Mhm.
gonna sneak up to Timber and tell him I know this kind of bar. I know their kind of clientele. You're never gonna move forward moving like that. This is a locals only bar. You're not a local. Um, let's get in and out of here as fast as possible.
All right.
She brings back your brandy and tells you that it's 3 silver.
Yeah. Well, oh shit. Well, hang. I need to go. My.
I forgot you
Uh,
got robbed.
I just. Okay. Like, I don't carry my gold on me. I just, you know, how about we start a tab and I'll pay up at the end of the night,
I'll need some
or
kind of
perhaps.
collateral.
Oh,
Can
well,
I?
uh,
mm, can I try to slide him a gold piece for collateral?
Yeah,
Is that sleight of hand?
it's invisible, and as soon as Timber makes a move to and takes it from you.
how about this? How about we start a tab? Here's a gold piece, and I pretend like I pull it out of thin air. I think about it, I'm a wizard. I'm not sure why I'd have to pretend. I pull it out of thin air. And I was like, here, how about this? I do anticipate probably getting a room tonight as well, but I will let you pick out which one would be best. And I'll be sitting over here with my friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Jules follows Timber back with the drinks, and she lays out the 7 tankards. And looks a bit confused because there's not that many people at the table. And we go back to the table where Ildane is faced off with Durgrim. Come on, Ildane, let's just have drinks. I'm here on official business from Anvil's Hearth anyways. We're not going to
What are you
start a
doing here?
fight in a pub. Well,
What are you doing here?
my mission is on a need-to-know basis, and since you're not in the army anymore, you don't need to know.
Oh, God. You're still so stupid. Are you here about the invasion?
I said it's need to know. Shall we? Let's get a drink. And he snaps his fingers towards the barmaid who's making her way back.
Of course, he's a finger snapper.
I was just gonna be like, oh my god. Don't. That's just so.
Yes. Rounds for the table, including my fiery red-headed friend here.
And her and the
You
the
want
echo
you
down
want
there.
one for the echo too?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The orc lover would like one for her make-believe friend as well. And yeah, we'll have it when it comes back. Thank you. Now, what have you been up to?
Out of curiosity, like, can we see if the people of those of us in this other bar did we hear that or no?
You're
Loud
kind
enough.
of far away, so I would require a perception check.
I'm definitely making a perception check. Come on, 16.
Mordella's done bad at these all night. She's so oblivious.
18.
Yeah, Timber, I'd say
11.
you heard it. Timber heard it.
All right. What the? So Timber kind of perks up. He's like, "The hell did he just say?" Because Timber doesn't get emotion about much, but he really does not appreciate racism.
And
Uh,
so Jules comes back and hands the cups, starts handing them around. Durgrim takes a mug and spits in it and hands it to you, Ildane. There you go.
So I go to like take it from him, and I'll be like, "Yeah, God, you haven't changed." And I will literally just dump his spit-filled beer on top of him.
As soon as you
and
go to
pull
do
out-
that, the mage across the table casts Mage Hand and deflects it back onto you.
Oh,
That was
you're
so
having your
cute.
You're having your friends do your dirty work for you because you can't stand up for yourself.
Oh.
Just like old times.
I
You
allow
can't stand up for yourself, so you have to use words.
I allow the retinue to handle my light work. There's a reason why
The-
you're not in the army anymore. Come on. Let's
The
stop.
retinue.
Let's stop with the grandstanding. Let's stop with the puffing up your chest. We all know that you left the army because you couldn't save your sister, and that is an epic failure, and I understand that that's real heavy on your heart.
No.
I congratulate you for getting rid of that orc trash that you were traveling with. But
Can
if
I
you
hear
don't
this?
mind, you can make a perception check if you're still over at that table.
I had my previous perception check was a 16.
Okay.
You want me to make another one?
No, 16 would be good enough. I'd say
Alright.
now that you've probably even being invisible and made your way a little bit closer.
30, 20.
So yeah, you all have heard
Yeah.
this.
at the last orc comment, Timber jumps right up on top of the table and stands right in front of him, which is probably still at eye level. And it's like, I'm sorry, sir. I think you must have misspoken because it sounded like you were saying incredibly rude things about friends of mine, and I don't think that could possibly be the case. Am I correct?
Do you guys hear something? And he looks around confused at his friends.
I would like to move as close as possible to Durgrim and lean forward and whisper in his ear while I'm invisible. Orc trash?
And he is startled.
He actually do it like so he's like behind my echo. So like the echo is like he might like think it's coming from the yeah, like kind of a distortion thing. Like I don't know. I just really want to fuck with this guy.
No. I want him to know it's me.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
at
yeah.
this point.
So you do that, and
He's spitting your beer. He's
as soon as he was startled, he
basically insulted my mother.
Yes.
No.
As soon as you did this and startled him, he misty steps and looks back at the table. Oh. I see. And he leans down, and this mage casts a spell, and Vrak appears. Oh, that's the only way you could travel in towns with civilized people, isn't it? Hiding. Ooh. Always knew you were a coward.
Careful now, darling. We've been tossed out of much finer establishments for much more heinous crimes than what we could do to you. We're wanted in enough cities already. I don't think we'd have much of a problem getting out of this one, too.
Is that a threat on a dwarven officer? Is that
Threat,
what we've
promise, aren't they the same thing?
Winter, you don't understand.
done? Okay. Well, gentlemen, I think we do need to be finding a new inn. It seems that, the ale in here is tainted.
That's because it has a part of you in it.
And the dwarves begin to stand up and make their way around to Durgrim. Timber, you
Can
moved
I
up. Are you going to
actually-
say something?
Oh,
Just walking them towards the door.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna put the echo in front of him and just be like, I'm actually gonna talk to probably this the dwarven fighter on the side over here and just be like, how long have you followed him?
Let's see how to reply. I've been assigned to this envoy. We've been on the road for nearly a month now.
So relatively new to his assignment.
Sure. She is looking at you with just as much disdain as Durgrim.
So you guys know about oh god. It's like a portal in Fire's Pass.
Yes, us real dwarves are down there fighting. Not out here prancing around the countryside.
Except you're here prancing about the countryside instead of out there fighting.
Did you not hear him? We've been sent directly to talk to the council.
Are you gonna talk to Lady Navana? What is her name?
Avon.
Avanis?
It's one of the
Because
council
you're
members.
not. Yeah, because you're not gonna get any help. Because she's in on it.
She turns and looks at Vrak and goes, I don't know that I'm going to believe anything you have to say, given the company you keep. Because if anybody's in with the orcs, it appears to be you. So...
Is
Except.
this a dwarf from Anvil's Hearth?
Yeah.
Oh, Durgrim turns and goes, oh, that bothers... You don't know that your mother's locked in the prison. Oh,
My mother,
man.
excuse me?
Oh, you don't know. Oh, that's quite all
Oh,
right.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
you all have a wonderful day.
No. You have a horrible one. Where the fuck are you going? What do you mean my mother is locked in?
Raki does not acknowledge you.
There was ever a perfect moment for Snuffles to polymorph one of these guys into a worm. This would now be the time to do it.
You know what? Let me pull this up. Let me look here.
Oh, I'm gonna check my spells. I don't think I have
Mordella's
that.
just trying to wait the situation out and see what happens.
What?
But she is a ride or die. If a fight breaks out, she ain't backing away.
Mordella's over there trying to figure out how she's gonna drink all that ale.
I mean, she might have to use those mugs for cover if push comes to shove. We'll see.
I don't want to do anything violent in the bar. This dragon is intelligent enough to know that.
My mother made the weapons you rode out with. Remember that.
Well, she's not making much of anything anymore. Don't worry, they threw your father in there too. I mean,
Can Ildain hit him with a hammer?
My father. My mother made the weapon you rode out with, and my father leads the charges against the orcs from the north. And they're both imprisoned?
It is wartime. Are you gonna roll an attack? Are you actually doing that, Ildane?
I'm out and ready, but I'm looking at Vrac. If they give me the signal, I'll loose it. But I'm holding on right now.
As a half orc, I can't, because the second I give the signal, we're all fucked.
There's so much you all don't know about what's going on at the hearth. Well, you probably hadn't heard that, unfortunately, the mayor lost his life fighting the orcs. So, of course, my uncle is now the mayor. And we couldn't take any risks of an orc running free in the city while we're at war.
Running free. She shoes your horses. She arms the army. What the fuck do you mean?
Oh, my brother is taking over the forge. Don't worry.
The whose forge?
Well, I suppose it used to belong to your family, but considering the circumstances, it was eminent domain.
I'll piss on your grave.
Sure. I have to die first, of course.
Arranged.
But you do have a wonderful day while you still have days to have. After we beat back the invasion again. I'm sure we'll have a place for you right next to your parents. It'll be divine. Oh, and
May
they
the
start to
gods
walk
give
back
you the
out.
days you deserve, you abhorrent bastard. May your uncle's teeth rot. May his skin soften. I hope his gums blacken.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will pick up here next week. Stars and wishes. Cook.
Yeah, no, dude. I thought you were going to make me cry. No, you made me pissed. I am angry.
Oh, that whole thing was going to go different, but Ildane went over and started antagonizing, so I was like, this is how he would react?
I am I am visceral. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I'm legit. Because, as you all know, I put a part of me in every single one of my characters. So I'm angry.
Now you know how he made
not
rank
like-
so fast, too, by the way.
I do not like this angry, evil little man. I do not like his uncle. I do not like anything he stands for. My father's in jail. My mother, while I hate that she's in jail, is an orc. My father, on the other hand, is a human and has been thrown in a cell beside her. I'm super upset. I literally wrote down for stars like 20 minutes ago. Thank you for making me hate Durgrim. That was before he started talking to me. So I really hate him now. No wishes except for I wish to be there next week to figure out the outcome of it. I'm so upset. I do not have message. I don't have any way to contact my family. Oh man, I'm so like this is a cliffhanger for me. So I know how everybody else felt during their story portions. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm also pissed off.
Yeah, if that ends that, it's Alyssa.
Yeah.
So, my wish now is that I didn't fuck anything up, but like I can't stand bullies, And like, if I truly grew up with Brack as this character and witnessed like these things, and I know that like in our childhood and things like that, I know that my sister and I would have stuck up for her and helped out and done things like that. So this is just to me like a continuation of the school bully coming here thinking he's all like got big pants on now, and I was just like, no, this isn't even my bar, but not here. And then that they fucking promote you, I'm like, oh hell no. Like there's still that like soldier pride kind of thing, and to see him at that rank, that's unforgivable.
Durgram's a Nepo, baby.
Oh yeah. So my wish is I didn't like screw anything up there, but that's just stars. Like, I'm angry. I wanted to just let it go. I was like, I like my hammer. I was like, let's see how it works. My other wish is that we find out maybe in like off-time roleplay what those skeletons were about.
Oh, I planned on showing you guys. Here, let me pull it up. Pull it up for you guys to see. So this is Frederick and Zachary, the two skeletons. They were just soldiers in the Bremha army before, and they were raised by a necromancer who later died, and they have just been stuck here animate, and they live in this tower, but their tower had been taken over by some wraiths, and they were going to ask you guys to clear the wraiths so they could have their tower back.
Oh. We have to go back on a side quest. And then
no, I'm sticking with the not my business thing.
Fuck them skeletons. I'm pissed off right now.
That was supposed to be like the comedy to get you guys in a really good mood and then bring you right the fuck down. With the Durgrim stuff.
And then stars, Winter for going up and immediately attacking the ropes. That was awesome. To give him fall damage. And then stars for that was some serious damage in both of those fights that I felt. And then that taking away 5 of my strength, that was not cool, but I respect it. That's me.
All right, Nick.
I would say stars to you, Frankie, because Ho's mad. Really got them going. That was pretty funny. Also to the group in general for having enough restraint to not completely break it out into a bar brawl, because I was kind of waiting for that to happen, and it looked like there was a lot of shady hombres in that bar that might have been looking to get into a brawl. So I'm glad that didn't happen, at least not yet. I really don't have any wishes. I'm just having a really good time with the game. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you. Max.
Yeah, a lot of stars tonight. Had a blast. Shadow guys were really cool. Especially when you're starting off with a strength of 7. Anything that can make that start going down gets really scary real quick. Somehow Kaiden's baby talk to her dragon didn't annoy me, and I actually found it cute. So, that's cool. Last one, Cook, your role playing at the end, whether it was role playing or like really like expressing your actual feelings, your RP there at the end was really, really, really awesome. So that was fantastic. My only wish is that last hill giant, if it had not rolled a nat 1 on its last attack, which triggered all those attacks of opportunities, Ember was almost certainly going to get to kill a giant with a sword. And if that would have happened, I would have commissioned a painting of it. That would just been such a cool moment. So,
yeah,
that's it.
All right, Gaten.
No, this was a really good session, like emotionally for Winter, because in the first fight they took no damage. In fact, they actually got temporary hit points back, and a considerable number of them. And then the second fight, they get hit and they're immediately down to like hurt. Their strength is down. They don't have a lot. So like that duality of it was really cool. And Winter right now, I think, is coming to terms with the fact that while she might not be a full dragon, her horde consists of the people in her party, and you don't threaten a dragon's horde. And the idea that Vrack was uncomfortable because of these people and Ildane was getting attacked, even if it was only through words or a drink, it really didn't sit right with Winter. So if her baby dragon doesn't step up and cause some chaos next session, she might have to have a little chat about who's important and what we do in these types of things, like her morality of it. Like, you can do whatever you want to other people as long as they don't affect my people. And when it affects my people, you need to be strong and you need to cause damage. But other than that, no wishes. It was really fun. I am also really angry as well.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and go. Yeah, I'm digging deep into the monster manual to find creatures that'll actually threaten this party. So I actually bought a new book of monsters today. Got 300 new monsters added to my list, which was one of those types of giants that I threw at you, and then the shadow assassins that the Bone Devil sent after you guys were they're pretty gnarly. If they get you with that shadow blade a couple times with some good rolls, you are screwed. So I had fun doing that. I'm glad we were able to make it to the end. I'm a little sad we didn't get my comedy skeletons in there because those guys are funny, but I understand, and it was the party's wishes, and that actually got us to the tavern tonight because we probably wouldn't have made it without that. Skipping that. Durgrim is a Nepo baby asshole. Brack, I've known since you guys fought the orcs at that first temple that I was going to throw your parents in prison. This isn't something that I just made up. I was like, okay, that's an orc, and they're fighting, and what happens if Durgrim's family is leading? So, I had a lot of fun pissing you off. But other than that, my only wish is that Eric can make it next week. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream. We'll stick around and talk for a little bit afterwards, unless you got to go. Have a good night, everybody who came out.
Every night.
Take it easy. Thanks for joining.